Your worthy milestone. We invite you to connect via Marifado to our app connect.marifado.com so that we can interact and share a lot of information. We want to say that this video is to thank everyone who has supported us in notching a milestone of 600 YouTube videos. We know that time is precious, that your choice to view any of our videos is worthy of highest commendation. To share and even to disagree with us is very, very precious. We are nothing without you, and we are nothing without your participation. From our head, our guts, and our souls, we say tatenda, edupe, siabonga, enkos, asante sana, zikomo, mrakoz. Thank you so much for supporting us achieving this goal. In achieving this milestone, we also were able to formalize our mission statement. Marifado Family Group mission statement states that Marifado is here to help every melanin-dominant human experience and nurture effective cultural and spiritual congruence by interacting with revered ancestors and the righteous divinities. We also proved beyond any reasonable doubt that melanin-dominant human beings were the first people to appear on Earth over 3 billion years ago. The proof comes from facts that are hidden in plain sight. These collectospheres, metallic spheres that were discovered in South Africa with 3 equidistant parallel lines running around the equator, proves that human beings have been on the Earth with high technology and with high wisdom. This is a map, a global map of indigenous skin colors around the equator and outside of the equator. Although we have traversed these many territories, many of our topics have centered on establishing melanin dominant identity, true history, our culture, our spirituality, our Ubuntu originality, the ownership of the planet Earth from ancient times, and to the knowledge that at least even European scientists have said that they started to appear on the Earth 8,500 years ago. We have learned in these 600 videos that we have presented. Nevertheless, the journey has not been all cozy and smooth. There are a number of videos that have been pulled down at the request of Google and YouTube because they raffled a number of community guidelines. And one of the videos is here sharing true self-identity that breeds success, and also the God fiction video, as well as the reparation video. These have been pulled out. And a lot of complaints came from melanin-dominant human beings that are into the religions of Black Islam, Black Hebrew Israelism, and Christianity. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism have been identified in many of the videos that we have done now as slave religions. The Arab slavers did not only march their African captives to Arabia, they also sometimes sold them European slavers. We know that over 500 million people were taken away, and almost half of that perished in the Sahara Desert and other wilderness, Bagamoyo, and the ocean. A lot of our brothers and sisters and ancestors lying there still awaiting to be reburied properly. This is a video that you can watch. Islam is not a natural African religion. And also another very important video is what's the greatest crime of all centuries. We also have got this: if Jesus is your God, you will not be saved. And the caption under it comes from Colossians 3:22, slaves, obey your master. Very fantastic and awesome video. And then the other one is every Christian is a Catholic, where we give proof and evidence why we say every Christian is a Catholic. We have recently been looking into the forgotten history of West Africa, in which we realize that the Hebrew Israelite identity is more of a religious conversion, which is similar to Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So it's not an ethnic or national identity or anthropological identity, but a religious identity, this Hebrew Israelite belief. We looked into Ghana, the Asante, we looked at the Igbo in Nigeria, we also looked at the Yoruba in Nigeria, and it's fantastic. These videos are doing very, very well. Go and watch them and keep supporting us. There were some topics that we thought were very introspective. In other ways, issues like a restoration agenda, our inheritance, were presented as a Marifado doctrinal position, and also the popular N-word, which cannot be washed and cleansed, the N-word, which is the word nigger or niger or whatever pronunciation you might give. We highlighted in that video that we got countries like Niger in Africa and Nigeria in Africa. Also, we're able to highlight our new year, that it begins in September. We did not only look into the history of Bantus in Africa, we also went outside of Africa. For instance, we have a video, Australian Aboriginals, Bantus, very interesting video. Another video is There Was No Middle East, It's All Stolen Land. Fantastic. There's a lot of videos that we want to put into playlists, and we'll soon be sharing those playlists to a lot of people that want to follow those playlists. Very important, very interesting. Again, we went to the far east of Asia. We still have a lot of Bantu tribes and Bantu nations to discuss in far east Asia, right up to New Zealand, Australia, Fiji, Solomon Islands, Tonga Islands. Many places we are still to have videos showing that the Bantus were all there. But however, we've been able to go to China, proving that there were Bantus in China. Also that in Taiwan, the word Taiwan itself is Chikaranga Taiwana. In other words, the place they have found to live. That's what the indigenous people in Taiwan explain and teach and show, and their culture, from totems to ancestor veneration to the divinities, planting seeds, and many other cultural activities that we cannot mention in videos like this, because YouTube will definitely ask us to pull them down. So why is the history of Taiwan important to Africa? And also 300 million Chinese to be settled in Africa. It's a little bit of politics, which we are happy to introduce. These are some of the videos that we notched when we were doing this 600 video series. If you don't know your enemy, is another video. We also have, is there a depopulation agenda afoot? This is an old video, but it's current in terms of its contents. And China's real plan for Africa, we've alluded to it already. Your African identity is not authentic if, then we go on to explain why we would say your African identity would not be authentic as we go further into that video. We were able also to interview one of a very important, brilliant YouTuber, Esoteric Thoughts, and we are also looking forward to many others that share similar philosophies and similar ideas. And we have a video that we think is important. African most popular food could be a drug, and go and watch this video. Is amongst the videos that we have produced. There were also topics that we call heady topics. For instance, this one, we suffer, we have sinned, but what is sin? Sinned against who? You can sin against everyone else, but you can never sin against the Creator. This is what we know as kami morality, and the book that deals with that is this book, The Creator or God, Understand It, in which we say, in daily life, however, you do not react to what they did. You react only to what you think the majority do. In our case, they gave us a God. They said he is a spirit, he is a forgiving and God of love. Yet, in us accepting this paradigm, we seem to have forgotten issues like colonialization, sordid enslavement, and many other evils that were heaped by the people that brought that message over us. So how do you react? What do you say to these things today? So we say, read this book. It will clarify a number of those factors. Now, we realize that we have run our own agenda when we show all these videos. We have almost been doing our own things and our own theme. This realization has caused us now to say the next 10 videos, we would like to do topics that come from your suggestions or research issues or questions. So you can send your questions and your topics to our email address or post as a comment. We will do justice to that. So what is the future for our channel, and how are we going to tackle a number of issues? Where to now? Our main thrust now, up to the 700th video, is on the issue of waking ourselves up and remain awake in incredible power. So we are now going to revisit totems and going to do a thorough job and continue to emphasize the issues of our totems, which is part of our inner and ancestral identity issues, to remove the chains that lock our brains and our thinking, and also to go back to our ancestors to know and understand our history. We are also going to look at the issue that we have never tackled for a long time because of the YouTube and Google issues, coronavirus. We are going to look at it in a way and in a manner that is very educative and educational and profitable. And the vaccinations and all that which is going on. We've got books and books. We have purchased the books, and we have a lot of researches and a lot of other websites that we are going to assist a lot of people to look into. So we dealt a little bit in previous videos on coronavirus finally arrives in Africa. It's a video that you can watch. And can we pray and stop coronavirus is also another video which you can watch. Then the other thrust we are going to look forward into the future is the Africa we must soon build, in the idea of the Africa we must soon rebuild. We will also invite others, very prominent people that are already eager to participate on our channel. And last but not least, in a few days to come, we are also going to engage into the issues that involve mysteries, Bantu mysteries, astronomy, the moon, the star, the origins of the earth, and the power of definition. We are going to look at these things in terms of re-establishing and highlighting a systematic review and preview of Afro identity and cementing it with a power. So this is the future. And last but not least, the most important topic that we will also have to tackle is the preparation unto death. Everyone who is walking on the earth today is going to be a grave tomorrow or a few years to come. I will be a grave tomorrow. I will die anytime. Maybe you might hear that Christian Rabbi is no more. So the topic that we are also going to highlight is the issue of preparation unto death. We are also going to base it on the manual guide of a great ancestor, a book of coming forth by day, which we call Parutema Hore, which is very, very critical and important. Because of the issue of death, it is important that we understand Umoya, Moya is spirit, and also from a Hamit ethics way of view and understanding. And we are also going to look at the oldest race to ever walk the earth. Who are they? I think many of us now know the answer to that. Once more, I want to thank you very much for your support. And they say, till we meet again, this is what we have been dealing with, and this is what we have done thus far. Castor oil uses its magic and properties. Africa must change its name fast. And we also collaborated in writing books with priest Dr. Obotuko Ikpe. He has a lot of other stuff in his organization. We also looked, I think I didn't emphasize this, on the Nation of Islam. We have a video on that, and we have got a book here, 500 plus book list of African history, which was written by Priest Rabbi Elem Dumizulu and Prince A.B. Ibiono. We are going to update it and add some more. So here is the issue. Keep connecting the dots, and eventually you stay safe, you will be happy, and you will enjoy life. You can also send your suggested topics, questions, comments to join@marifado.com, and you can also leave them as a comment in the comment section. Let's talk, let's discuss, let's unite. This is Preacher Rabbi Elem Dumizulu saying subscribe to our channel, Hamit Hebrew Ethics. Till we meet again, have a great day.